And here we are. Welcome, everyone. We're back here live from downtown Dartmouth. We're checking out this U18 playoff action. What an exciting one we had last night. 3-2 overtime win. The Lynx took it, but we're here for game 2 now between the Lynx and the Lindsay Sturge. As we just welcome the officials onto the ice surface. Of course, everybody's a little bit deflated here for the start of this one here. Big shout out, of course, to the U.S. for taking the gold medal, but hats off to Team Canada for giving everything they got. They had some chances. They almost got it. Of course, these two teams head-to-head this season. Lynx with 125 goals for, Sturge with 169. Goals against 128 for the Lynx, only 53 for the Sturge. So not bad for all that. As you see both teams now, they're just on the ice getting ready to do their cheers as the officials get the nets going. Of course, the couple of players to watch here between these two teams. Of course, she scored the game winner last night in overtime. Ava Landry for the Lynx. She's played 37 games, 32 goals, 9 assists for 41 points. Not many penalty minutes. Of course, you get a lot of points when you stay in the box. And for the Surge, it's Ellie Eisner. 40 games played, 19 goals, and 33 assists for 52 points. And again, only 8 penalty minutes. So we'll watch those two. Of course, the Surge finishing second this season. Lynx finishing 6th, but that means nothing when you're in the playoffs. We start over, we reset in this best of 5. Lynx lead 1-0, so Surge will look to try to even this up before they head on the road and continue this series. You hear the players, they're hyped up for this, and of course, showed out here. We'll get a view of it later on, but the Lynx fans are all out in purple, wearing the jerseys. You got the signs. They are into this, and we're going to drop the puck and get this thing going. And right off the start, here comes the Lynx. Sorry, going to dump it in deep. Should mention the starting goaltenders, of course. Number 31 between the pipes for the Surge are wearing their blue, Rebecca LeBlanc. And we'll get down to the Lynx end momentarily. Right now, they're looking to set up Gabrielle. She looked for a shot. She looked for a deflection. For rebounds down. Oh, what a chance. And they score! What a start for the Lynx as LeBlanc made the first save. And then they bagged her in 2, 3, 4 rebounds, and they finally put one home, and they get the start they want. Just 27 seconds into this game, and it's number 22, Hillary Lawand. She's leading the lineup, and they're getting the cheers as fans still making their way into the building. And getting on the board early to start this one. Starting where they ended off last night. They'd love to go back to Cape Breton with a 2-0 lead. Lots of hockey left to be played here this afternoon. Before we get there, we'll wait for the official goal announcement, of course. Now here comes right back the other way, firing the shot. That can be blocked as McCormack tried to get that through for the Sturge. Now from the boards, they're going to cycle it back down low. McCormack looking up front. Here's the goal announcement. So McLean and Landry getting an assist marker there on Lawand's goal. Now inside the Lynx zone. They look to go up ice. Going to hit the red line. Going to get the right side of the red line. They dump that in. They're looking for a change. That rims around to the far side. Surge going to chip off the boards. Comes out and heads up on the bench. As that's trying to get deflected back in, but lands right in the lap of one of the Surge players. So great start here to start this one for the Lynx. We expect this game to be just like it was last night, a tight affair. And either team with scoring opportunities. Now Vickers going to hand it back to her defensive partner. They start to move it up ice. Far side, trying to get a step just inside the line. Surge here to take it back. Now they're looking to come back with a few numbers as they get over the blue line. Far side, trying to force something out front was Sangster. She gets forced to the board. Now gets able to feed it back to blue line. There's a long shot. That just misses wide there on the far side. Comes now here to the corner. Both teams trying to knock it loose. Lynx come up with it here on the short boards. Up along at center. They're going to not quite hit the red line there is what they mentioned as Vickers looks back at the official. The old palms in the air look. And of course, we have an official up in the booth with us as Cohen Cook up here. He does his fair share of working with the stripes, so We're going to get some official calls up here. Of course, they have the hardest job down the ice. We do our best up in the booth. This faceoff going to come blocker side. We're still trying to see her number. I think it's a battle of the 31s. Anyways, as play continues, here comes the Lynx looking to move it up. It's Anjoni, and I appreciate the one of the Lynx one of the parents coming up and explaining the explanation, and make sure we try to get that pronunciation correct. I have a hard time with the English language on a good day, so anytime you can help us, we always appreciate it. There's a scramble, pops back to the blue line, kind of whiffs on that shot. They try to keep it again, flying in from the blue line now. Couldn't quite pick it up. Was Landry. Forced to the far side. Serge will look to clear again. You're going to go chip and chase, trying to get by the defender. Chasing back in her own zone is McLean. She looks up. Here for Lamond. She gets forced back. Now Gabrielle. Cross ice pass. Up through the middle. Going to go off and stick it in behind Landry. The ever is so dangerous. Looking for a loose puck, but the Surge have it. They look to skate their way up through the neutral zone. As Valdor chips in. That lands right on the Lynx stick, and they're going to go right for the middle. There's Landry getting a chip on it. Looking to navigate that ice, and as it goes down the length of the ice, she heads to the bench for a change. Picked up behind her own goal here by Rossong, who looks to go along the boards. Now chips up. Going for a skate is McCormick. Maya McCormick here, short side. She fires one. That's going to miss on the short side. And it did finally get the correction. It is number 31, Ellie Power, between the pipes for the Lynx. So the battle of the two 31s as Serge puts it down in deep. Looking to pick it up now is Jade Vickers. She's going to go for a skate. She looks to wind one up. She goes cross ice and just eludes a few Surge stick as they get the right side of the red, dump it in. As we approach 4 minutes gone here in the first period. Losing a tire there as he tried to skate outside the zone. Chance for the Lynx to keep it in behind the goal. Looking to move it out is Kim. Fires the blue line. It's kept in. Bouncing puck right to the high slot. Surge pick it up. They're looking to back one hand up through the middle pass. Just a little bit too far to the intended target. Lynx again. You can tell the coach's game plan in this one. Just keep pucks deep as they keep putting the puck inside the zone. Now Surge will try again. Up through the middle. Robertson trying to catch up. Gabrielle collapsed quickly on her. As the puck comes outside the line. That's going to be touched by Robertson. Nevea. Offside will be the call. We approach 4.5 gone here in the first. 1-0. As we had a goal from the one in the first 30 seconds of this one. Face off now just below us, offside dot, controlled by the Surge as Mitchell looks to put it in deep. Does get just inside the line. And Lynx there's a little check there. And Poirier laying the shoulder, but jumping right up is Lawan, the goal scorer for the Lynx. And the Lynx got to head to the power play. Body contact going to be the call. It's going to go against number 20, Lacey Poirier. So first power play of this campaign going to go to the Lynx. They look to double their lead. Shots on goal now, 3-0 in favor of the Lynx. As Surge still waiting for their first shot. As we get a little bit of a late change from the Lynx. They need a couple more players out. They still need another one. Here we go. See if they get they got to get tossed from the draw from that one. So Anjoni getting tossed. And coming in to take it is Landry. She's got a battle with Gould, Lynx have it. Here's a chance here. Anjoni, she fires the shot. That drops right in front. Crashing the goal. And all kinds of action right atop the blue paint. And somehow LeBlanc able to keep that out. It was all kinds of traffic and redirects. Now the puck down deep. They reverse corners, chipping in from the blue line. Landry puts it back to the corner. Looking for a loose puck. 2 Lynx in behind the goal. But the Surge going to come over. They're going to fire that one off the boards. They're going to come just outside the line, just outside the reach of Gabrielle. She's going to look to put it right back in. But I think on that change, there's a couple on that far side in front of the Surge bench. Trying to get back on side, unable to do so. So 1:17 remaining here in the power play. We'll get a face-off just outside the line. Here's a chance here back in the other way. They look back up ice. Going to reset from behind their own goal to try to set up this power play. Long pass to the far side. Looking to cut up through the middle. Trying to dice her way through. Looking for a range. Trying to take a shot there as Vickers. That hits a lag in front. Doesn't quite make it through, but Lynx have it from the corner. Look to set up at the blue line. Quick pass over here. McEachran. She hands it off down low. Looking to change places. Gets it back. Looks off the pass up top. Walks in. Trying to set up this give and go maybe from the corner. And again, McEachran looking for a pass over front. That's deflected to the opposite corner. Chipping in now is Vickers. She slaps one behind the goal. McNeil. She looks to set up. She walks in right from the face-out. Look for a deflection that LeBlanc able to get a piece of. Surge forces it to the corner. 20 seconds remaining in the power play. They're going to send it down the length of the ice. That should pretty well do it. Both teams looking to get a change in. Lynx will have to go quick as Danny Ray McGinnis from behind their own goal. The penalized player gets ready to step back on the ice. We'll be back to 5-on-5. But maybe a chance here for the Lynx and losing an edge just as she was getting ready to take it in front and jumping off the bench. And maybe a chance here for a break. Looking to get in alone. London gets in and she's headed up. Are we going to be pointing to center? We'll find out here in a moment. Play continues as the Lynx touch the puck. Oh, they're not going to call it. I thought maybe the Lynx are arguing the call. I thought maybe we might have been pointing to center ice. My official in the booth. Cohen shakes his head no. Hooking's going to be the call. Either way, Surge going to head to their first power play of the game as heading to the box is number 9, Elise and Joni. 2 minutes up. Conversation on the far side as well. As they're chatting with the Lynx bench. So as they get ready to set up this power play, they're going to set the net back on as they got knocked off in behind power. A little bit of snow on there, a little bit of water. Should be fine. So since we have a moment before they set up, what's your official call on that one, Cohen?
Good call.
It definitely was a hooking call. He had the stick right in there, but wasn't a clear enough break for, no. Usually you need a couple more steps. She collapsed pretty quickly. She got back. So there you have it. It's nice to have two of us up here in the booth. Now they blow the whistle. Surge power play, and they're going to control the draw. Back up top to the blue line. Going to hand off, walk in, top of the circle. Quick pass over here, and there's a shot. And I think that got a piece, and it did. You can see her glove on the ice. She's going to block that as McGinnis came over, putting her body in harm's way to protect her goalie and knock it out. That would have been a great chance by McCormack, and now she has the puck. Goes back up top, Rossing. She moves it over. They move it down far to the corner. Coming up top of the circle, back here to McCormack. McCormack looking for a shoot lane, goes back the other way, right from the face off top. There's a shot. That's going to just miss wide on the far side. Rossong again to the far side. Gets it back. McCormack walking in. She toe picks herself, but she does still get a shot on goal. And you can see a player without her stick. It's over behind the goal. I don't know if it's broken or not, but it's McGinnis without none of the back. McCormack with the open net. Oh, wow. What a save. Sliding over Ellie Power with an absolute robbery with the pad, doing the splits, keeping that puck out somehow. 55 seconds remaining here. And in behind, the net's going to be knocked off as the whistle goes. What action, what chances for the Surge inside the line here on the power play. And somehow Ellie Power, number 31 for the Lynx, putting every part of her body over as McCormack thought for sure she had a sure goal with an empty cage. They approach 8 minutes gone here. First period, 1-0. Lynx scored early in this one. 52 seconds remaining here on the power play for the Surge. Not a bad crowd here, of course. People's rolling in after the gold medal game. The disappointment for Canada, unfortunately. As they look to clear it out, that's going to take a Lynx bounce. Comes outside. And a chance here, maybe short-handed. And she tried to reach back. Now another chance as it picked up. McEachran trying to catch up to it. Gets forced to the corner. Surge will look to bring it out. About 30 seconds remaining here on the power play. Looking for a skate. Is Eisner. She loses, and Edge gets taken down, and just jumping on the bench on that far side for the Surge to stay on side. They move it up here. Here's Robertson. Robertson going for a skate. She brings it inside the line. Hands it off. Eyes her a little dangle here at the blue line. She moves it to the far side. There's a sauce pass knocked in front and turning fire. Another loose puck. And there's a shot from the far side. And just getting enough of that was power to knock that aside. As the penalized players back on the ice are back to even strength. Shot towards the front goes off a shin pad. Now from the far side, Landry looks to move it out. Pass a little bit too far ahead for Angelini, who's fresh out of the penalty box. Surge will pick it up deep in their own zone. They look up ice. That's going to be deflected. Icing's waved off. Down deep in the corner. Picked up now by McLean. She leaves it, and she reverses it. That down there on the forecheck is the Surge looking for a loose puck. Big battle here along the boards. Players get taken down. Play continues. Mitchell goes cross ice and almost careful there. They let it come out, but just by the stick of Brown as well. Surge tag up on the offside. Lynx will look back up ice. Quick pass up and fresh off the bench. Trying to connect there with McEachran. She gets some help now from Brown. Brown brings it inside the line. Drops it from McEachran and puts it in deep. In behind the goal. Picked up by Tran. Moves it along the boards. Now it's chipped up. Trying to find his Poirier. She gets taken down. Everybody has a quick look at the referees. Play continues. Back at their own blue line. Surge. Move it up ahead. McEachran there again to put it back down deep. Surge looks to chip it along the boards. Does just get outside the line. As London tries to get it back out. Now kept in. Vickers fires a shot. That misses wide. Now to the far boards. Trying to chip it up ahead of Sangster. It does clear the line. Lynx right there to put it right back down deep. And that took almost like a funny bounce off the back boards. That LeBlanc got a paddle down to keep an eye on. Now from the corner. Lynx continue the pressure. Pass back to the blue line. Put back in deep. Picked up this time by Tran, who reversed it behind, but chipping in from the blue line was Morel. She puts it deep, but the Surge will kind of bring it out to far side now. Trying to touch up at center. Does get inside the line, but gets popped back out. Okay, close one there in that change. One was stepping on and one was stepping off. They had the correct number out. Now they can chance. Walking in. Trying to bring it to the stick, and the referee's arms up. And there's going to be a penalty, and it's going to be going to the Surge as they touch the puck. Tripping is going to be the call in front of the net. So after the Lynx kill one off, they're going to get a chance on the power play. Looking to double their lead up as heading to the box is going to be number 16, Holly Gibbs. Shots now 7-6 in favor of the Lynx. 8:53 remaining here, first period. And again, that goal coming right in the first shift, only about 30 seconds into the game. That Lawwood put one behind LeBlanc. Now they'll look for another one here on the power play. Look to set up from the far side, back here to the blue line. Little give and go. As you hear the penalty call. In behind. Look up front, right here for in the face-off. Now fire shot, traffic in front, and she's down. And Rebecca LeBlanc able to see it with a body right in front of her. Makes a save, covers the rebound. 20 seconds tick off on the power play. This face-off one straight ahead, and we'll redo that draw as LeBlanc taking no chances, and she's going to cover that up. As Angeline on the draw there with Buffett. And now the referee's arms up again, and I think we're going to have some 4-on-4. We're going to get an interference call, and it's going to go against the Lynx and head to the box. It's going to be the goal scorer, Hillary Lawand. So that'll do it for the power play for the Lynx. 1:31 will have 4-on-4, and then the Surge will have 29 seconds on the power play. Face-off will come down to the Lynx zone. Fans are into this one early. Good pace to this game as well. On the face-off, One back by the Surge. They're going to hold that line. Rossong has a quick look. She's going to fire one looking for deflection. That goes off his skate. And then kept in on the far side by Nicola. They have announced Lamont's penalty. Now trying to wind one up here is Robertson. Robertson trying to get a step far side, trying to cut back to the middle. She fires one, but getting a blocker on that is power. Scramble now from the corner. Looking for a loose puck. Pops out. Picked up by McGinnis. She takes it behind the net. Loses the handle, so she reverses it and gives it to Morel. She looks up ice. Got a little chip pass. But it's kept in by Rossong, who chips him from the blue line. McGinnis will try the other side. Almost popped right off his stick and came out front, but it's corralled now. Looking to skate up ice is Austin. Austin puts the puck on the stick of Morel. She gets a little chip and chase as she puts it deep into the corner. Trying to go 1-on-3. She put it in deep. 30 seconds still here, 4-on-4. The Surge look to bring it back up ice. Far side. You got to wait to get back on side. And she dangled at the blue line a little too much. Joseph tried to keep it on this side of the blue, but it goes on the wrong side. Her teammate had already crossed the line. Blue offside will be the call. 21 seconds remaining, 4-on-4. This draw, one back by the Surge. The backhand went off the wall. That's picked up by McLean. Backhand pass went over here now to Vickers. Vickers looked for some room to bring the puck inside the zone. Tries to get a step here on the short side. She slows up. Back up top. Looking to walk in Miss Landry. Had to go just off her stick. She would have been in prime real estate there to fire a shot. So now power play for the Surge as the penalized player stepped out of the box. But the Lynx had the puck trying to force away to the front of the goal. Surge will try again. They look to move it up. 15 seconds on the power play. Maybe a chance for one rush here. They bring it inside the line. Break them wide. McCormack. She fires a sharp angle shot. That goes off the outside of the goal. Had a couple players looking. And this Lynx will send that down the length of the ice. That'll do it for the power play. As we're back to 5-on-5. Here's McCormack again. She looks up by. She gets taken down right at center. Picked up by Rossong, who leaves it for Buffett, and she brings it inside the line. They put it in deep, comes to the far side. Trying to chip it out there is Peruch. And she's going there trying to clear the pile. Gets taken down herself, puck loose. Surge knock it in. Little tap, but she's down. And the referee's arms up in behind as well. She saw that. As the two number 16s were exchanging some pleasantries. Little extra whack is going to give the Surge another penalty. We're going to get a slashing call. And it is going to be number 16, Holly Gibbs, heading back to the box as she explains her case to the official to no avail. So another power play for the Lynx. And again, looking to double up their lead. Been lots of chances, both ends for both teams. Still just a 1-goal differential that came just barely 30 seconds into the start of this campaign. The Surge from the corner. Looking to pin it, just trying to kill some time off on the clock. 3 white jerseys, 2 blue jerseys trying to knock that loose. The official right there yelling at them to move it. 2 Surge players get down. They get right back up and try to walk over. They're trying to find some room there short side. Trying to bang one home. No room to be had as Crema was looking for some room. Now want to walk right in. Goes to the backhand. And LeBlanc stays with her with a beauty save. And you can hear her teammates cheering her on. And McGinnis unable to hold the line as the Surge able to clear. McGinnis back in her own zone to pick up. She stops up, looks up ice. Looking to go for a skate. Far side. Trying to find some room up through the middle. Makes a little dangle. Far side. Trying to fire a shot through. That's going to be blocked in front by Nekula. A minute to go here in the power play. Back to the blue line. Hand it off to the half wall. Top of the circle. Fires a shot. That's right in the glove of LeBlanc. As she's able to see it. Shuts down the angle. Holds on. 56 seconds remaining. 4:39 remaining in the period. Shots now 12-7 in favor of Cape Breton. And they win the draw. Back at the blue line. There's a long shot. Looking for deflection. It gets one. But it's going to deflect that one high and up into the netting. and out of play. 50 seconds remaining here on the power play. I said the exciting overtime one last night was back and forth. But Avery Landry won it in overtime, not long in overtime as well. So Lynx trying to have the weekend sweep here. They take a 2-0 playoff advantage. Of course, Surge would like to tie it up 1-1 this best of 5 series. 30 seconds remaining on the power play. Up top, Gabrielle elects to pass to the far side. She's going to get it back. All kinds of traffic up front. Now here, the short side walking is McEachran, and there's LeBlanc again. Been saying her name a lot here already this afternoon. So both goalies, I can't say they've been doing their parts for the teams. This score could be different both ways. 18 seconds remaining on the power play. Another face-off in the Surge zone. And they're trying to push the wingers back here along the wall. The referee blows the whistle to get them reset up again. Scramble draw. And Gabrielle has it at the blue line, but she loses the handle. She got a reset here at center, and the Surge let her know about that. One last opportunity here in the power play. Long shot. And just get a toe on that was LeBlanc to push that aside. The penalized player gets ready to step out of the box. Up top now. Walking in. Firing high slot. There's LeBlanc again to push that puck to the far corner. And then a deflection almost comes up, but the Surge going to bring it out. Here at center. They stay on side. Leckie. She's going to lose the handle. And it's going to be picked up. Here comes Landry. Landry trying to get a step. She's by herself. Trying to bring that one-hand backhand, but a good active stick by the defender for the Surge to chip that away, and Robinson puts it down in deep. They're making a change, a chance here for the Lynx. McGinnis to move it up ice. She's going to hand it off to Anjoni. Gets as far as the middle. Surge here to push it back ahead. These two teams just going back and forth between the neutral zone here. Surge in their own zone. They look up through the middle. Chipping up, though, is McGinnis. Going to dump it in deep. Picked up from the corner. Surge trying to clear. They look to hold the line. Surge does come out with it. Looking for some room now. Poirier moves it over and fires that one. And just missing that one wide was Joseph. Loose puck picked up again. Now hand off. Mitchell walks in. She fires a shot. That doesn't make it through. Rebound still loose along the boards here. Goes off a skate. Picked up on the backhand. Trying to go skate the stick. She's still looking for it. Now she hands it off. McCormack. She fires a shot. And Power hadn't seen some action in a little while, but she's able up to the task there. She comes up to the top of her blue paint. Cuts down the angle. Holds on. Forced a face-off. 2:09 remaining first period. Face-off, Trapper side, Lynx zone, comes to the corner, trying to spin away from a couple forecheckers, puts it on the boards, kept in at the blue line. They'll try again. This one's high off the glass, looking to be gloved down. It does come out, look to move it up, trying to get a step, but just losing the handle there with McEachran. Now the Surge looking for it along the boards. Both teams whack away at it. It pops loose, still loose. All those players all tied up. They finally break free as the Surge goes from corner to corner. Look to bring it out. That's going to be picked off by McEachran, who puts it back in deep. Surge going to try the opposite side now. Looking to move it along the boards there is London. She tries the backhand one. It goes off a skate. Does come outside the line. Surge back on the forecheck now as the Link inside their own line looking to set up. Up to the middle. I almost went off a skate and stays in the zone. This time the Lynx do clear it. Chipped up ahead. LaWand trying to get a step here. Short side. She got a fire shot. Nice save. Rebound as crashing the goal was Austin. And then another save from the far side as the Lynx right now throwing everything at the net. And LeBlanc been up to the task. As we're under a minute to go now here in the first. Cross ice pass picked off. Trying to find some room here. Landry. She looks to go to the backhand. Gets forced to the boards. Trying to keep it in deep. Surge looking to pump it out. trying to get by Vickers at the line. Now it's moved up. McCormack trying to get a step. McCormack looking to move up, and a good defensive play. Able to lift that stick on the back check with the ever so dangerous. And there's a shot there, and again, Jayla McCormack getting some chances, almost sprung free, and then get that shot in the high slot. Well, there's Power staying calm, cool, and collected. Top of the crease, makes a save, make sure there's no rebound. 32 seconds remaining here in the first period. Obviously the Surge would love to tie it up here before the break. They get the face-off inside the zone, keep it in deep. Force it to the opposite corner. Here's Eisner. Eisner back up top. Trend looking for a shot, looking for a deflection. That doesn't make it through. And the Lynx will clear. 15 seconds. Nice back check there as Eisner trying to bring it back in. Gets over to McCormack. McCormack trying to get a step. She fires a shot. And that gets forced wide. Two players get taken down by the side of the goal. They take it to the corner to try to pin that as everybody looks up at the official and looks up at the clock. The horn's going to go. And that's going to do it for us after 20 minutes. We got a goal early. 30 seconds in. Lynx lead 1-0. Also shots on goal 15-9 in favor of the Cape Breton Lynx. We're going to take a short break here and watch Zamboni try to keep it in a straight line. And we'll be back in about 10 minutes. This first period tells you anything. The second should be fun. We'll see you right in a few. And just like that, we are back. You hear the noise, you hear the players banging their sticks. We're just waiting for the officials to make their way back here for the second period. But the 1-0 our score. Lynx lead. Shots are 15-9 also in favor of the Lynx. A few more penalties in that first period than we've seen in that first game. So we'll see here what the second brings. Fresh sheet of ice. We'll switch ends. See a little gamesmanship there from the Surge. They're waiting not to show their cards or who they're going to put on the ice. Lynx are already out here waiting. The officials get the nets set up. And we'll bring it here for center. We had a quick goal to start the first. Let's see now, switching ends, what the second will bring. Blows the whistle. We'll get Austin lined up with Nekula. And the Surge look for it. And then they lose it. Right back in the other side was Lawan. She's got the only goal here so far in this game. As Gabrielle back in her own zone to pick it up. She looks up ice. Chip it up to Lawan. They're going to give it back to her. Quick look up to survey. You see now the cross ice pass, and just got a stick on that. Was Lawan able to chip it in as he looked for a change to delegate the icing. Now here along the boards. Picked up by Eisner for the Surge. She looked to clear it out. Down in the other end. Lynx trying to kick it out. And goes down hard as she tried there as well. Surge make another change as well. As we approach a minute gone here in this second. Lynx trying to do a cross straight out through. They're going to say that was touched. And so no icing. Both teams change on the fly here as we get a fast start to this second as we go end to end. Cross ice, that's almost picked off by McNeil. Surge back deep. They're going to go the other side as LeBlanc kept an eye on that. He's going right to the top for a crease. Surge will reverse corners. They look to bring it out. At the blue line, they do push it up. Far side now. McCormack looking out front, trying to slide a pass through, and you can hear the cheers as sliding there was McGinnis, putting their body in harm's way. They take that pass attempt away. Try to get my words corrected here as we get going. Another chance there for the Surge. Out front, couldn't quite connect to that pass. They chip it out for the Lynx. Surge looking to push it right back in. McGinnis. She whacks away at it. Trying to get some help here down below from Brown. But it pops out and the Surge have it. As Kim moves it over. Surge get inside the line. Looking to kick it up. Trying to get by McGinnis. No room to be had there. And they had to be careful as they were making a change. Unable to touch the puck. Maybe a chance here for the Lynx. They can't get by the defenders. Surge forced it up. Now here is Eisner. Eisner fires a shot. Power with the save. Rebound kept in at the blue line. Lynx almost lost the handle right by the side of the goal. They do. Pass out front. Trying to get it to her forehand. Gets taken down. Referee's arm stays down as well as the Lynx will start to move it quickly the other way. As Anne Joni hits the red line. Dumps it in deep. Surge reverse it to the corner. Kim puts it along the boards. Collapsing quickly there. The Lynx force them back the other way. Now from behind the net. Surge going to chip one up. Hand it off here to Lecky. She's going to backhand one in deep. As what a fast start here to this first period. We just keep going back and forth as Landry, fresh off the bench, hits the blue line, dumps it in deep. Surge to the other side. They chip one out. Had to be careful there again. You can hear a couple fans yelling too many. Play continues as Gould chips it in. It's like Power thought it would come out to play, but she likes to leave it. Now from the far side, big battle there along the boards. Puck loose. The Lynx will reverse corners. Try to chip it out, they do. Stop here to Landry. Landry gets pushed off the puck. Now the other way. Nekula puts it down deep. Surge turn it up. Here's McNeil. McNeil looking for some real estate. She brings it up over the blue line, breaks wide. Players are making a change at the blue line as she tried to look back. Now it comes back to the D. Quick pass over. Walk in, firing a shot. There's McLean, gets through, rebound. But good job by LeBlanc to push that to the corner. Now along the boards. Forced back in deep. Back the other way now, Mitchell. She leaves it behind the net. Surge just trying to pull the way through to the half wall. Forced back deep again. As right now the Lynx, good offensive zone pressure. They put it in deep, and then flying in from her bench was Perouche. She tries to go back to the blue line. Surge picked that off. They look to clear the zone, trying to chip it up, but it's kept in at the blue line. They try to dump it right back in. It hits the official. Then a chance here for the Surge to clear with some daylight here now on the short side. Looking for some room to bring it in. Lecky, she's looking for a change as she puts it in deep. Puck is forced to the other opposite corner. Picked up now by Van Tor. She tried to come up for a chance there, and then it's picked up and cleared. Here comes Austin. Austin now on the far side. She looks for some room. She stops up, hands it off, top of the circle, trying to get a shot off. Kind of rolled on her, but it's kept in at the blue line, put down in deep. Surge looks to clear. Landry trying to hold. She able to force it down deep. Surge will try again. Surge looks up ice. Up along the boards. Vickers stops that up. Landry has to get back on side. Back to pick it up behind her own goal now is Rossong. She looks up ice. That pass a little bit too far for the intended target. Going to come in down, but not far enough for icing as Vickers picks it up. Vickers behind her own net. Looks like she's going to wind up, and she likes to hand off to Landry. She just misses with that pass there, and the arms up, and icing will be the call. 5:46 gone here now, second period. Icing charge to the Lynx, so bring the face-off back in their zone. The Surge want to talk about this draw now, looking for the equalizer. Shots now 16-10, still in favor of the Lynx. This face-off kind of took a strange bounce off the board. Surge gives chase in behind. They look for it from the corner now. Back up top. There's a wrister. Traffic in front. Doesn't make it through. Loose puck. Far side. Shoots. And just, I'm going to give that to the goaltender. Getting a piece. It just knocked that wide there on the far side. And the Lynx looking to clear from deep in their own corner. Kim going to hold the line. Surge still with it. Right here, McCormack looking for some room. She stops up. Now hands it down low, maybe trying to set up a little give and go. She makes way towards the net. Everybody looking for a loose puck in the corner. Referee right there yelling at them to move it. The players get knocked down. Play continues. This scrum, again, the official right there. You can still see a loose puck does pop out, and the Lynx have it. Looking to go for a little skate now. Going to hit the red line. She puts it in deep. LeBlanc going to play that. And a chance there as in behind the play was Vickers. Almost caught a loose puck and fires that one that LeBlanc had to turn aside. We got the cowbells going here to my left. Now in behind. Along the boards. Kept in at the blue line. Put back deep again. As given chase is Brown. Surge able to move it out. Icing's waved off. They said it was touched inside the line. Back as it was cleared. Surge trying to get a change in. Maybe a chance here for a stretch. Trying to catch up here with Cremo. She couldn't quite handle that pass. The Surge looking to get back quickly. They force it to the opposite corner. Looking to move it out now. Mitchell loses the handle. Lynx push it towards the goal, but Surge will try again the other side now. Up through the middle. This one might make it far enough for Icing. They try to chase it down. Icing's going to be waved off. Pass out front, but there's a good active stick by the Lynx to take that passing attempt away. They move it back in deep. Now from the corner, up along the boards. Perouche. She looks for some help as she breaks in the line. There's a little drop pass. And Joni, she can't get the shot through. Picked up now by Gibbs. Gibbs hands it off. They look to skate up ice. Mitchell hands it off. And he brought inside the zone here by Lecky. She looks for the bench and she puts it to the open corner. There's a pass up. That's going to be picked off at the line. And almost a chance here to skate in for Gibbs. Second attempt not cleared. As walking in now is going to be Sangster. Sangster looks for coming in for the one time. Didn't get much stick on that was Gould. Now the wraparound attempt Power is able to put aside. And here comes the Lynx looking to clear the zone. Up through center. And getting back. Cheers on one side, cheers on the other side. They're looking for a call, not going to get it. That's a good back check. Offside's going to be a delayed call here, a chance here. But this one, as Sangster spun the wrong way before she had possession of the puck. So offside will be the call. We'll get a face-off here from where the pass originated from as we approach 9 minutes gone now here in the second period. Surge making a late change as McNeil wants to have a quick chat with Lawand about the draw. And they try to bring it deep inside the zone. Surge takes that away. They look up ice. But there's the Lynx again. They've been doing a good job pressuring the puck, not giving the Surge any time and space as they try to clear. This one's going to go high off the glass. And again, another one kept in at the blue line. Surge will reset. Little DDD pass. Now they look up ice. There's Joseph trying to chip one up ahead. Trying to get one by Andrews. She's able to get back in time. Forces the puck to the boards. Surge take it from corner to corner. Trying to find some room. Walking out. Pass out front. Looking for a redirect. But Joseph didn't get much on that one. They could take it down the corner, but able to make the play along the boards. But now it's picked off. And looking back the other way is Landry. She moves it over. Dumped in deep by Lamond. They try to give chase. Surge come up with it, looking to clear. Pass on the tape of Joseph, who puts it to the open boards. But skating into that puck now is going to be Gabriel. Gabriel! But a little extra move and a bobble on the puck as she brings it inside the line. The whistle goes. Offside to be the call. We're pretty well at the halfway mark now here in the second period. Halfway through this hockey game as well. 1-0 still. Goal way back to start this hockey game from Hillary Lawand. And we've had some chances both ways. Power plays for both teams. And some great saves from both goaltenders. Shots now 17-11 also in favor of the Lynx. But we're still in a 1-0 hockey game. Chance here now. That's a Surge clear. Lynx trying to put it right back in. Chipped in by Brown. Surge will chip it right back out. Looking to pick it up back in her own zone now is Gabriel. Icing's waved off to the far side. Surge getting on that one quickly. And there's some extra pushing and shoving. You can hear it from up here in the booth. We're going to get an interference call. And it's going to go against the Cape Breton Lynx, number 14, Madison McEachran. She's explained her case to the linesperson, but that's not going to help you too much there. Either way, interference will be the call. 2 minutes up on the clock. Another power play opportunity for the Surge. They look for the equalizer. On the draw now. Comes to the half wall. Surge able to control. Looking to put it down in deep. Trying to walk in with it. McCormick looking for a pass out front. That gets picked off. Comes to the boards. And Lynx make no mistake as they send it down the length of the ice. We listen for the penalty announcement. Here's a quick pass. Let's start to move it up. Eisner has to go off here. Cirque Valdor looking to help it as she brings it inside the line, but it gets popped back out. Now Eisner has to reset. She's going to give it to McCormick. McCormick. She stops up. Has a quick look as they look to set up their power play units. Keeps it at the line. Looking out front. Rossingham over far side. McCormick, she likes to shoot the puck. This is going to be blocked in front. Love the fans here tonight, or this afternoon, I should say. But a chance there. What a save it tight as one and fire one there from McCormick. But Ellie Power, no stress at all between the pipes. She stands tall, gets the glove out, makes the save, and covers up the rebound. 1:06 remaining here in the power play. 8:44 second period remain. Face off, one straight back. Rossong going to walk the line now. She has a quick look surveying the scene. Almost picked off as she moved over here to Eisner. Now Eisner chips it into the corner. Lynx look to pick it off, and it comes right back to Eisner. Now she looks to walk in. Eisner from the face-off style, looking out front, loose puck, and swinging a miss. And then Lynx will try to clear, and they do find a loose puck and send it down. What an opportunity there in front of Power, but unable to get a stick on it with the surge, but now looking to fly up ice. Brings it inside the zone is Robertson. She takes it down deep, leads in the other opposite corner. Pops up here to the blue line. 25 seconds remaining on the power play. There's a quick like cross ice pass and a shot, and that just goes wide. And the whistle's going to go as it goes up off the glass into the netting and out of play. The surge coming that close. Shots on goal might not actually represent the chances the surge have had in this, especially on this power play. Some grade A opportunities, some just missing. And other ones not quite getting through. 19 seconds remaining on power play. Faceoff comes to the half wall. They try to go back to the blue line with it. They chip it along the boards. Looking to set up now from the corner. Spinning back here is Leckie. She gets it to the blue. Tries to get it back. Walk in. There's a shot again, but it's high and wide as the penalized player gets ready to step back on the ice. That shot's blocked in front. They got a player in behind, but they're going to miss Landry with that pass. But she's going to get there first to delegate the icing. Not the person you want to have wide open, sitting by yourself at the blue line, but they couldn't quite connect with the pass. Now the surge looks to clear the zone. Leckie chips up ahead. That's picked off. Put right back in deep. No icing as it came close to a few players there at the blue line. Surge will look to move it up through the middle. Chip forward as they can't get by the line. Now looking again as Morrell, trying to use that long reach. No, that's McGinnis. The ponytail sometimes get in front of the name and the number. We get a few, but there is McGinnis. Fire one towards the goal that LeBlanc able to put aside, and not a bad collision along the boards there. The referee's letting a lot go. They're making a lot of calls, but they're also letting a lot go. As the surge able to put in deep. McGinnis picks up. She looks up ice. Brown sitting in behind the play. But Kim slides over, picks that pass off. Now she puts it inside the zone as she gets taken down. A battle in behind as Morrell leaves it in the corner. Now McNeil trying to clear. Along the boards, pop back in deep. Loose puck in behind as the referee has the arm up. And we're going to get a call. Head contact, I believe, will be. And let's see who it's against. And it looks like it's going against the surge. Number 7 heading to the box, Isabel Kim. 2 minutes up on the clock, so another power play opportunity here for the Lynx as they look to double their lead. Face off up top and controlled, and that one by Gabriel almost gets by. It did get through. I think LeBlanc just got enough of it with the glove, send that wide. Kept on the far side now. Here the Lynx. Crisscross pass up top. Landry. She has to look towards the front of the net. She looks for some room. Going to give back to the blue line. Gabriel quickly over to the far side. Walk in. Angelini. She fires a shot. That's blocked in front. Rebound picked up by the Lynx. Walking in. Ready for the face out. Fire one again. Hits a body in front. There's all kinds of traffic in front of LeBlanc as they walk away with a loose puck. And they're going to come to the corner. Now Lawand. Player gets taken down in the corner. And the puck's underneath there. Referee right there yelling at them to move it. Still loose. They're trying to kill off time. Gotta be careful. You don't want to put your hand on the puck here and cover anything up. That's what a job by Rossong looking to hold that puck, trying to pin it. Doing it from her knees as well. Now from the corner. They're down to 55 seconds remaining here in the power play. She's still holding on to that puck, folks. You can hear the cheers from her teammates, and now the whistle's finally going to go. I don't know. It seemed like she killed almost a good 20, 25 seconds in that corner, holding the puck. Face-off will stay in deep now. 46 seconds remaining in the penalty to Kim. This face-off controlled by the Lynx. Pass to the far side now. Looking to make things happen. McEachran back up top with it. Now Vicker, she's going to fire a shot. That's going to miss just wide. Looking for some traffic up front. Kept in at the far blue line. 26 seconds remaining in the power play. There's a scramble shot, and whacking away at a rebound was Austin. That LeBlanc is able to push aside. Now from the far side. Slowing things down, up top. Quickly over. Vickers again, fires a shot, scores! As LeBlanc lost her footing, Vickers is going to pop the bottle. Power play goal. It's 2-0. Number 10, Jade Vickers. And you can hear the crowd. She's fired up on the ice as well. And the fans are going crazy here to our left. Poor Rebecca LeBlanc kind of lost her footing and went down, left the net wide open, and Vickers not going to miss that one. We'll wait for the official goal announcement, of course. About 4.5 remaining here in the second. Lynx double up their lead on the power play with one from Vickers. Back from center, face-off will come in the Lynx zone. Here's the goal announcement. Austin and McNeil getting the assist markers on that one. This puck's on a squirt outside. Excuse me. Puck back deep in the corner. Good job by Kim to hold the line. They put it back in deep. Trying to move it there is McLean. Comes in behind the goal. Going to go along the boards here now for Landry. Landry looks cross ice. She gets a pass on the tape now of LaWand. LaWand trying to go back, go front, trying to connect there with Austin. And a nice chance in tight, but goes wide. Surge look to clear. McGinnis tries to hold the line. Laundry cycles it to the corner. The battle now comes back to the blue line as McGinnis fires one there on the short side. LeBlanc is able to paddle aside. Rebounds picked up in the far corner. Trying to spin away from a defender, trying to pick up a loose puck. That's going to go high out the glass, take a bounce at the blue line. They're able to hold the line. Now it's kept in. Looking to go for a skate. Trying to chip one up ahead is McCormack, but can't get by the defender. And the Lynx turn right around, knocking into the corner. Let's give it chase there is Cremo. She battles in behind, he's able to force it to the corner. Looking up top. Moves over McGinnis. She's going to fire a shot. And that's going to come through with traffic in front. Look at the pushing and shoving there. And not letting anything go. The extra little tap. Let's see if we're going to get a call here. Usually the extra one always gets you. And we'll see here. And I think the Surge is going to get a call here. Nobody headed to the box. Oh, this one's going to go. Was waiting to see. You could hear the Lynx with their opinion on the call, but heading to the box is going to be number 15. We'll have a quick look at that one there. They trying to match a name with them. I might have the wrong number up on the board, but wait for the official announcement anyway. Power play opportunity here as the Surge is looking to get one on the board, especially in the later stages here of the second period on the power play. They're going to fan with that pass. It's number 19. They put 15 on the board. I don't have a 15, but it's number 19, Cassie Cremo. And then a chance there. And somehow that stays out. Necula along the boards. Now deep in the corner. Trying to walk over the corner with it is Poirier. She goes all the way around, hands off from the far side. Look for a tip in front. Power down, loose puck. And she's able to cover up. 1:24 remaining here in the power play. 2:13 remaining in the second period. Face off now on the far side. Surge control it at the blue line. You're able to spin it over to the far side, walking in, looking up front for a redirect. And you guys get redirected, but misses wide in that far side. Back up top again. Here's Eisner. Eisner goes cross ice. Looking back, go front again. Gonna bring it back to the blue line. Eisner, cross ice, walking in, right from the face-off dot again. And again, there's Power, able to slide over and make the save and hold on. That's some great puck movement here in the power play by the Surge, but a better save from this Lynx goaltender to keep this a 2-0 hockey game. Here's up top, walking right into that faceoff draw, trying to get a shot through. That hits a leg in front. Now he's going to send that down the length of the ice. We look to set up here, only 40 seconds remaining on the power play. Here's Valdor. She's got a little chip and chase as she puts it to the corner. Looks to pick it back up herself, goes behind the goal. She gets pinned off, and two players get taken down. The surge come off the puck. Lex go back here to the blue line. Eisner again. Try to use her as a yanker. Back up top. Rossing over to McCormack trying to go back out front. That hits a stick, and then they fan on the clearing attempt. Only 10 seconds remaining on the power play. Eisner walking in. She fires one short side. Rebound, and Power again. Stop with the glove. Stop with the pad. Covers it up with under a minute to go here. 4 seconds remaining on the power play. We'll get a face-off in deep. Obviously the Surge want to win this back. They'd love to cut this lead in half before the end of the second. Only a few seconds left on the power play. They're getting the toss from the draw this time. They don't like how they're lined up. The Lynx, McNeil's going to get tossed. So now Brown will come and try her luck with Gould. Face-off in the skates. And it does come up to the blue line as McNeil fires that one towards the goal. Penalized players out of the box. Are back to 5-on-5. Surge able to keep the puck in. They start to move it around. Push to the far side. And it rims out to the other side. Kept in. Trying to move it. Bouncing puck. Kept in the blue line. There's a shot from Kim that gets through. Rebound! And a save there. And the puck was sitting at the top of the blue paint, but the defender for the Lynx is able to clear and help her goaltender out as Power made the save. And then the rebound was cleared as she was looking one way. The puck was sitting the other way. 8 seconds remaining here. Lynx is going to try to play keep away here as they're going to run the clock out. There you go, folks. After 2 periods, the Lynx score 1 in each. They lead 2-0. Shots on goal 25-22 in favor of the Lynx. We're going to come back here for the third. Lots of hockey left to be played here this afternoon. We'll see you right in a few. Well, there you go, folks. We got a quick one this time. And double Zambonis going double time to get us here to this third period. And the players came right back out. The officials are back out. So a quick break. And we are right back to the red-hot action here at the RBC Center in Dartmouth. Surge got themselves a little bit of a hole. Haven't been able to get one by the Lynx goaltender. We got 20 minutes up on the clock. Will we need extra time like they did yesterday? Time will tell. We're going to bring this back to center. Have a little bit extra time here just fixing the net down behind Ellie Power. Looks like we're good to go. We'll bring it to center as we'll line up here with Austin and Eisner. This face-off, one over to the penalty box. They try to chip it up ahead. Surge trying to force it forward, but it's going to go back in their own zone. Looking to pick it up behind her own net is Mitchell. She goes along the boards. She tries to clear. It does pop back out. McLean just going to spin and turn and fire that one in. Obviously the game plan here for the Lynx, keep as far away from their goalie as possible. Keep pucks deep. And now Robinson quickly back the other way. She's over the line. Robinson just going to lose the handle. An opportunity for the Lynx to clear. And they're going to bring it up to center. Chip it inside the line. Give chase. As flying in there is Austin. She gets to the puck. Looking up top. And then put down deep there with Morel. From the corner now. Pop's going to pop out on the opposite side. Picked up by Joseph. She looks up and she had to get her head out quickly. Now she's trying to get a step. Joseph on the far side. Joseph walks it back in and almost takes her home. But the puck just slides off her backhand and goes wide. She got around the defender, around the goalie, but unable to tuck it home. Now from the corner, McCormack. She's going to go in behind. She shakes off a defender, takes it to the far side, trying to go all the way around, keeps it, holds it, looking for a shooting lane, finally elects to shoot, and Power did not know where that was. It was deflected and went up over top of her and then wide, and Lynx able to clear it. Surge coming up with all kinds of pressure here. Now Tran looks to put it in deep. That lands on the stick of the Lynx defender. They start to move it up. Again, hits the red line, takes a bump. She puts it in deep. An extra bump there as well as they were making a change. Starting to think after two straight games, these two teams might not like each other a little bit. Now trying to bring it out of the corner. Lynx closing in quickly, but they do clear the zone. It's going to be picked up now by Vickers. Vickers, she scored one back in the second period. She's going to dump one in deep as we're into a fast start to this third period. 2 minutes already gone. Surge, look to bring it out. That's going to be kept in by Perush. Second opportunity here for the Surge. Move it up. They get as far as center. There's Vickers to put it down deep. Lynx making a change. Surge looking to catch him on said change as they start to wheel up. London trying to chip it up ahead. Couldn't get it by Austin. She gets it back to her defense person, but they start to move it up. Now on the far side, looking for some room. LaWand. She scored to start this hockey game off. She looks for a pass out front. That's picked off by Surge, and they're quickly back the other way. Up over the blue line, now it's center. Sangster. She heads for the bench and she puts it in deep. Lynx will look to clear. That pass a little bit too far behind the intended target. This one's not going to make it far enough for icing. It's back to pick it up in her own zone. A little cross ice pass just ahead of the extended stick of the Lynx player. Far side. It's calling for it. Trying to get inside the line there is Valtor. She goes from corner to corner. Cycles it back down low. Looks to get it back and just redirected enough. That's going to go by her and her defense person up top. It comes all the way down into the Surge zone. We're going a long time without a whistle here to start this one. Back the other way again. Here's Eisner trying to get a step. She gets stopped just inside the line. Back to pick it up now is Robertson. She tries to wind one up. She's inside the line. Robertson steps up. She fires. And that's going to get right in the old logo of Power. Makes a save. Rebound is forced to the boards. As the Lynx will start to move it. It's forced to the opposite corner now. Starting to feel a lot more urgency here to start this third from the Surge. As that puck's at center. Knocked in deep again. Trying to find a loose puck. Keep moving things around. Joseph walking in. Joseph fires a shot. And that's some room there on the short side. Another nice save from Power, who gets a blocker on it, but the rebound's picked up by the Surge. At the blue line. Kept in. Long shot. trying to throw everything at the net right now. And if I'm Serge, I don't blame you. Here's Mitchell. She looks in front. That's got to hit a skate, come to the corner. Trying to walk over with it. Can't make anything happen as McCormack, and the Lynx will look to clear. They're going to chip it up ahead, but it's not going to quite hit the red line. That's sent in deep. The Lynx are trying to get a change in, but they're going to have to force some players to come back on the ice as they're charged with the icing. We got 4.5 gone here in the third period. And what action and what pressure. And now, even though she might be a rookie, might be a veteran move there, the goalie checking the old pad strap, trying to give her team maybe that extra little break on that icing as they're unable to change. We'll drop the puck. Tran looks to keep it in deep. Gets it back. Puts it on the boards. Trying to walk up with it now. Just losing the handle was Lecky. Lynx able to clear the zone. Now from the opposite side. Lynx trying to get that change in there. Looking for. And almost stepped up there. There could have been a collision. And the door was open as well. They try to force it in. They chip it back out. As McNeil was tied up there along the boards. Now Surge inside their own line. Then they get that change in the far side they were trying to. Lawand knocks it back in deep. Surge will try the opposite side. Going to go off the boards, but fresh off the bench, trying to hold that line, but it does pop out. So now the Lynx will reset at their own blue line. As a quick look up ice. Gabrielle wants to go for a little skate. She has a quick look. Lexa put it down in deep. Surge pick it off behind their own goal. They look up ice. Going for a skate now. Lecky outside her own blue line. She falls down for a moment, but they do move it up. And that one almost gets behind Gabriel, but Eisner. Eisner looking for a loose puck. Eisner trying to go, and she gets taken down. I looked at the ref myself as she had the puck in her skates. Puck kept in the far side, though. Trying to spin up right from the face-off dot, trying to force one to the front of the goal. Everybody whacking away. It's loose. Eisner trying to find it. Everybody trying to find it. And Josie has poked it just aside. As I'm telling you, the Surge are coming close. Now pressure. There's Eisner. Pass out front and just out the outreached arms of her teammate. He couldn't quite get a stick on it. Now from in behind. Lynx from the corner. Looking up ice now. That pass a little bit too far behind McEachran. That's going to be picked up. Looking for some room here. Joseph trying to get a step. Joseph walks in. She fires one. Not going to go off his shin pad just wide. Now from the corner. Robertson. She goes to the opposite corner with it. McCormack. She tries to find some real estate. Hands it off. Rossong. She's going to clap one up. And she got more of a snapper. Either way, doesn't get through. Now she fires another one that hits a body in front. As the Surge, again, shots now. They're leading in shots 28-25 as they start this third period. Coming out firing. As hitting the red line now is McGinnis. Dumps it in deep. Puck loose on the far side. In the skates now. Trying to find it. And able to put that deep with Anjoni. Surge will bring it around here to our near side. Up through the middle. Trying to move it out. Makes a little move at the line. There's McCormack. She heads for the bench as they put in deep. Lynx look to clear it right back out. And flying off that bench looking for a loose puck was Gould. And they does force Vickers back in her own zone. Pass up to the middle. That's going to be picked off. Trying to find some real estate. Get taken down. And this time the referee's arm is going to go up. And we're going to get a call. And I believe it's going to be body. We'll say that the Lynx fans may not be happy with that call, Cohen. Either way, power play going to the Surge. 12:25 remaining here, third period. Opportunity again on the power play as the Lindsay Surge trying to get on the board, trying to cut this lead in half. And they're going to get the draw. Moves over here. McCormack. Rossong moves it over, gets it back. McCormack walks in, gets a shot. What a save! Almost had power sliding a little bit too far to her right. But she's able to get the glove on and hold on. McCormack had some chances here. As about 14 seconds here in on the power play. Face off in the feet. Picked up by Lynx. Takes it behind the goal. trying to move it, but Surge able to pick it up loose in behind. They look to set up now. Up top, Rossong moves over far side, walking in with a shot. There's a deflection. That's going to go up high into the netting and out of play. 31 seconds tick off now on the power play as we're just over 8 minutes gone here in the third period. When the official don't like how the Lynx lined up, so getting the toss. Coming in now is Landry to try her luck with Valtor. And the Lynx lose the draw. There's a shot from it tight, and there's her save, and the rebound just pushed aside. As the Lynx, the Surge got the draw, got that quick draw and that quick shot. Another nice save from Power. Rossong now at the blue line. Gets it back. Looks up front. Looking for a deflection. And it does get it, but it deflected to the corner. Now it's going to be picked up by McCormick. She tries to spin away. Hands it back. You see a player lost a glove on the ice there. McCormick with 55 seconds remaining in the power play. With a good active stick, but she gets it right back. Moves it to the blue line. Cross down below us. Rossong. Far side. A little too much sauce on that pass. A little too much heat. As McCormick has to pick it up in the blue line. They're back in the corner. Now goes back to the blue line. There's a shot looking short side. Looking for a redirect. Nobody gets a stick on that. Lynx try to clear. Kept in at the blue line. Trying to get around a defender. But gets tied up. Loose puck. It's going to be sent down the length of the ice. It's getting loud in here, folks. As we're over 9 minutes gone here in the third. 22 seconds remaining in the period. And Lynx able to send it back down again. Maybe a chance for one last quick rush on the power play for Surge. They hand it over. Chip pass up through the middle. Trying to find some daylight. Bring it inside the line. There's Joseph. Forced to the far side. Get a race for it. Lynx got to get there first. Going to just come outside the zone as the penalized player gets ready to step back on the ice. Had to have a quick look, and they're going to say it was after the penalty was over. So Lynx will get charged for the icing. 10:21 remaining here in the third. Back to even strength. Shots now 29-25 in favor of Surge. On the draw now. Face-offs, one back, but one here too far beside Tran, who has to head back to pick it up. Now they spin away here at center. Moves up here to Joseph. Joseph trying to get a step. Moves over, gets some help here from Poirier. She gets forced to the corner. Now down deep. Surge win it back to the blue line. Gonna put it back down deep. Around the net. Vickers looking for it. Two blue jerseys trying to find a loose puck, but the Lynx have it. They're up through the middle. They're going to finally chip it out. Picked off now by Tran. Tran trying to get a step, but she brings the puck inside the line. It's forced over to the far side. And Dude just clear, almost a little stick check from in behind. Now trying to force it up. A couple players collide in behind. Surge trying to move it up. And players, there's all kinds of action away from the puck as the Lynx put it in deep. From the corner. Little touch pass. Surge look to clear. Trying to find some daylight here. Trying to cut back through the middle. Paid the price for that one. But the puck does come in the zone. Trying to get loose. Trying to walk in. But a good stick there to knock loose. Now another chance walking. There's a shot. And another block shot in front. But it comes to the far side. Deflection. Comes in behind the goal. Surge. Looking out front. Looking for a loose puck. It's in the skate. Everybody looking for it. They picked up by Lynx. Looking to circle away now is McEachern. McEachern going to put it to the far boards. Looking for Brown. Brown trying to clear. It's kept in. Vickers now has it. Vickers has a quick look. She's going to hand it off to the far boards. They chip it up just ahead. Going to come inside the zone. LeBlanc has to play it. Lynx trying to get a change in. Surge looking to move the puck up. Pass doesn't quite connect. They put it back in deep. No icing as it came close to the Surge player inside the zone. Surge will look to chip it out. Again, far center. There's Gabriel again knocking it back in deep. And the bells and whistles have not stopped on the Lynx fan bases. They have been cheering all period. Now the surge. Far side. Gonna lose the handle just inside the line to try to get it inside. This one's put down deep by Rossong. To the far corner. McLean trying to clear. Get some help, but they move it along the boards. Quick puck movement here from the surge. They try to bring it right back inside the zone. But they got to wait to get back on side now as Rossong tries to dump it in deep. Back behind her own net. Lose the handle there and almost a giveaway, but a good second effort as they move it as far as the blue line, but not out. Now from in behind the goal, McLean. Along the boards, again, kept into blue line. Trying to walk in, find an open. There's a quick one-time in. A wide open net, and it goes off the defender's stick. Reaching back somehow, and that quick one-time, and the Surge can't believe it. They missed on that opportunity. They have come close on multiple chances. I don't know what it's going to take to get one in the back of the net here with about just under 7 minutes remaining now. Lynx looking to clear. Trying to find a step, a little chip and chase, trying to get by the defender. It gets forced to the side. And they're looking for an interference call as Landry was trying to get loose. It'd probably take a little more than that to get a call here, probably this late in the third. Either way, here comes the surge, back the other way. Here comes McCormick, 1-on-3, and she chips it inside the zone. She looks to get there first, waiting for her teammates to make a change. It goes to the opposite corner. Lynx will try to clear. Captain heads up at that backhand attempt. And you can see a little tap as it just went by the helmet of a few players as they toss that back in from the Lynx bench. 6:18 here in the third period remaining. This faceoff, they're going to decide where it should be. I think it should stay inside. Let's see what I'm going to look at my official that I have in the booth. What's the call here? Inside or outside? It should be inside because it doesn't matter who knocks it out now, right? And it was from inside the zone. And inside is the correct call. So another gold star for the official that we have on staff getting the call correct. You don't get them all right. Well, we get that one right, and they drop the puck, and here we go. Around from corner to corner. Surge right there to force them back deep again. Now from behind their own goal. They look up ice, up through the middle. Going to be tipped up to center. Surge going to hit the red line, dump it right back in deep. Giving chase to the far side. McNeil now. She stops up and spins. Takes it behind her own goal. And she looks up ice. Got a forechecker on top of her as Gould. Gould, all over her. Lynx finally clear it out. And this one's just going to make it for icing as they're trying to get a change in on the far side. Icing is going to be charged to the Lynx. 5:40 remaining here now in the third period. We'll bring a face-off back in deep. Surge down by 2. Time going slow for the Lynx. Maybe a little too fast for the Surge. They got to get 2. Unable to get 1 so far. You get 1, you can go from there. If they keep the puck in, there's a shot towards the front of the goal. Looking for a deflection, goes just wide. Lynx pick it behind their own net. They look up ice now, trying to find some room, trying to find some open ice as they force it to the far side. This one's going to be dumped in deep to the open corner. The Lynx get their change in that they're looking for, unable to with the ice. There's Vickers fresh out, and there's deflection, and that goes just wide. Now from the corner. Trying to find a loose puck. It's in the feet there. Referee yells on the move. It does pop out to the corner. Surge trying to move it along the boards, and they do. Looking to clear now. By herself, and she's trying to make a move, but a good stick by the defender, Andrews, to knock it to the boards. And then it's going to be chipped out by Androni. Now up through the middle. Robertson. She tries to find some room. She can't make anything happen inside the line as she's picked off by Austin. Now Austin goes cross ice. Going to connect with Peruch, who puts it down deep. Now deep from their own end. Surge look to start to move the puck up ice. As far as center. And they go back and forth here. They do get inside the zone. But it's picked off. They go back and forth. Look up ice. And now they're just trying to hit the red line, get pucks deep. And that's done there by McLean. 4 minutes remaining here in the third. That was deflected, so that was sent down the length of the ice. Fans looking for an ice call, not going to get it. Loose puck. And the Lynx have it. Behind her own goal now. Lawand puts it to the far boards. They're going to chip one up head. See if this one goes the length of the ice. It's going to come close to the goaltender but not make contact. And icing will be charged to Cape Breton. 3:41 left on the clock here. 2-0 shots, 29-25. But the Lynx lead by 2. We're going to keep looking over our shoulder. You never know now when goalies might be pulled. So had a quick look over her shoulder as LeBlanc still in her net. A little early, but you never know on this faceoff. Back to the blue line. Mitchell going to hold it. She chips it up ahead. They try to find it down deep in the corner. 2 white jerseys, 2 on the. As the referee's arms up. I'm just gonna let you listen in, and to say happy would not be the words being described here for the Lynx fans. Body contact is going to be the call. It's going to go against Cape Breton. So with 3:24 left on the clock, power play opportunity here for the Surge. The long conversation as I believe Avery McNeil, number 5, is being escorted to the box. 2 minutes up on the clock, and it is number 5, McNeil. Goalie still in the net. I thought maybe on the power play they might want to put the extra attacker out, down by 2. Still lots of time left though. Leave my coaching hat at home as this faceoff comes to the corner. Trying to find it. And looking to set it down. What a play by Rossong to hold that line, and fires one that's deflected, goes up over the goal. Lands in the back of the net, they whack away at it. Now in behind comes loose. Surge trying to pick it out of the skates, and does have it. As Valtor takes it to the corner. Then they get it back to the blue line. Quick pass over here, a little bit too far from McCormack. And then a chance here for the Lynx to clear. Hard off the boards and down the length of the ice. Folks, it is loud in here. It was hard to talk over them. A minute 15 remaining here in the power play. Here comes Surge. What a great game of hockey. Last night, overtime. This one, a close battle as well. As they try to bring it inside the line, but that gets poked free. Now they poke to the far side. Give chase. There's Eisner. Eisner with a sharp angle shot. Power is able to knock away, but the clearing attempt stays in. As picks up her stick and looks for a loose puck. Kept in at the blue line. Cross ice pass. McCormack has to reach out to hold on. Now she looks to come off the boards. Looking out front. Goes to the backhand. Saves made. Rebound. And it's pushed just aside. As two bodies go hard in that corner. 35 seconds remaining in the power play. Puck along the boards. Loose puck. Picked up and it hits the players laid on the ice. So it's not cleared. Second attempt. Third attempt does come outside the line. Quick pass over here. Now it's Lecky. She fires a shot. That goes off a shin pad. Picked up now. Looks to clear. Finds some open ice, and it's going to come just outside the line. 13 seconds remaining in the power play. Trying to get a quick change in, and it forced out again. That should pretty well do it for the power play. As the penalized player gets ready to step on the ice, Nebula walks in, and she peels off. We're back to even strength. Forced to the far side. And again, I look back, and the goaltender's still in the net for Surge. With not much time left, and probably a good decision now. They move it up, and that's going to be just out of the reach. They're going to save his touch, so no icing. That was close. Last minute of play now, third period. Surge far side, trying to get a step, trying to make a move, and pushing the puck a little too far forward is Danica Joseph. And the Bells have not stopped in this third period. Shot towards the goal from Tran goes just wide. Puck from the corner. Now the goalie heads to the net. Or sorry, to the bench. Extra attacker out. Pass inside here. 35 seconds. Walking in. Valtor trying to find a lane. Takes it all the way far side. Gets the shot. Save made far side. Wrap around. That pops out. Nobody connect. Now an empty net. They try to pop it out. Hit the red line. Trying to find it. Austin with 2, 3. Three blue pairs on the back check, take her away. But time's gonna run down here on Surge. If they take a long shot, blocked in front, gonna be picked up now by Landry. She clears the zone. You gotta start counting it down. Lynx gonna take game 2. They're gonna take a lead in this series. They take this one 2-0. You'll see the celebration. You can hear the horn. Final shots on goal, 31-25 in favor of Surge. But Ellie Power gonna gain the shutout, and well deserved. Hats off to the other end for Rebecca LeBlanc as well. And she faced a lot of shots there earlier. She did her part. But 2-0 series lead here for the Cape Breton Lynx. Mike Elliott here with Cohen Cook on the camera. Want to thank everybody for watching. We'll see you next game.